Okay.
All right, thank you.
Suzanne?
Hi, Theresa.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you.
Oh, great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
So I'm just going to quickly say that Theresa just did the show, the live show, and now it's after the show, and she's going to do a reading on me. I'm very excited. I've been looking for, this is like a dream come true for me.
Awesome. So I'm just going to give a little quick speech on how I receive my information, and then when Spirit's ready, that's my sign to Spirit that I'm ready to work. So as I give my speech to you, what they start to do is they clear out my own personal thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and they start to replace them with signs and symbols of things that I've experienced here in the physical world to be able to relay messages to you. So it's very important, if you don't understand something, tell me.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that it's wrong or that I'm fishing for something. What it is that my frame of reference and life experience is very different than yours.
Okay.
So I have what I call a spirit library. So for example, yellow roses. Roses is always a symbol of love and devotion. Depending on the color for me is where the meaning comes in. So yellow for me, someone's name is Rose, Roseanne, Rosemary, or has Rose in their name. You might not know someone with the name Rose, but you might say, oh, but I planted a yellow rose bush in memory of my grandmother. Or my father loved yellow roses. However, you can connect with the yellow roses, place them in your life, or connect with your loved ones.
I see.
That is the goal, and that is all I care about.
Got it.
I only ask for good things. So if you feel that Spirit brings up, say, like a negative situation or something negative that happened, it's to help us or to prevent something. Or more importantly, just to say, I support you.
Okay.
So I understand that, look, I'm the first one to say what I do is crazy. And that how can someone communicate with someone that has died? And there are a lot of common things that Spirit does refer to. That, because what I learned is that people are left with burdens and guilts and should have, could have, would have's. And all of these burdens don't give us the ability to heal. So there might be some common things that if Spirit says, tell them I heard them say goodbye. I am at peace. So what happens is we're too busy focusing on the negative that we forget about things that happened years ago. So your loved ones are going to bring up things that you forgot about, the happy times. They're going to bring up and talk about things that have happened since they've died to validate for you that through every breath that you take and every milestone you achieve, they are with you in spirit. Then they're going to bring up and talk about your own personal thoughts, feelings, and emotions, things you haven't shared with anyone else. Not to embarrass you or to call you out, but I feel if you feel that you did not get the opportunity to say goodbye and to validate for you that your loved ones hear you, for them to validate how you feel currently validates that they hear you.
Okay.
How I see Spirit is very different. I see shadows and silhouettes, and I feel the emotional bond that you shared with them. They will also make me feel how they died. There are 2 other people in the room, so if there is something that I do say to you, you don't understand it, please, and you understand it, please acknowledge it. It's not taking away from her. Spirit will take any opportunity to validate that presence. Okay? Now, I can feel as I'm communicating with Spirit, I hear you talking to them, telling them to step forward, correct? You're talking to your loved ones? Mm-hmm. Because I don't know what you're saying, but I can feel it. It's because I feel, I don't see, and I want to talk about the mother energy that has departed for you. If your mother isn't departed, it could be your grandmother, mother-in-law.
It's not my mother.
Where does the mother come in? Where does the mother figure come in, though? I know that's not who you want to connect with.
Yeah, no, my mother's still with me.
That's fine. I know that. So where does the grandmother come in?
No, her.
Okay, I'm going to say this to you because what happened is there was a mother energy that stepped forward. I don't care if it's an aunt that was like a mother to you. Okay, it has to be someone of that nature, but she talks about jewelry. So I don't know if you have her jewelry or there was something that you were supposed to inherit or have. You have you're young. You have quite a bit of loved ones.
Yes.
That are departed.
A lot.
So you have to understand.
Okay.
They're all there.
Yeah, no, I got a lot.
So I don't even know where to start.
Well, no,
so,
I have. It's funny. So do I just tell you?
Just acknowledge who the soul is.
I had an Aunt Bobby who my brother is in the jewelry business, and he used to make jewelry for her. And I was just talking about her the other day, which is so weird.
It's validating that her soul was present at that exact moment.
Yes.
Where does the father come in for you that's departed as well?
Yes, that's, my father.
So no, because when I said to you, I know that's not who you thought you were going to connect with when we talked about the mother energy, but that is when the father stepped forward.
Yeah.
So, but you have to understand, I need other souls to step forward.
I see.
Okay?
Okay.
Now, how do you connect with the chest? With your father's departure. When Spirit labors my breathing, it means that they pass from heart, lungs, and or breast. Or there was something where you were watching him take his last breath.
Yes, I watched him take his last
So
breath.
you know that your father knew that you were there, and that is something that you. Did you just get the goosebumps
Well,
or the chills?
like I was there with him.
Well, only
and-
because I felt his soul move through me, which means that you felt him. So I wanted you to feel him, so you know that he knew that you were there.
Yeah.
But more importantly, he doesn't want you to feel that he was suffering as he died because of that struggle with the breath. Now, you have to understand, I was not there for my loved one's departures.
Okay.
So what we experience, we sometimes feel that everyone experiences that. So your father kept showing me you watching that breath. He made me feel like it took like almost 3 breaths before he actually then departed.
Mm-hmm.
So he says, I don't want you to feel or think that I was suffering.
Okay.
He says, and I heard you say goodbye to me.
Okay.
Because he showed me the whispering of the ear, the holding of the hand,
Mm-hmm.
and then he told me that he also heard you say that it was okay to let go.
Mm-hmm.
He says, and I want you to know that my soul is at peace.
Yeah.
But more importantly, he says, I tried to stay as long as I could.
Uh-huh.
He says, I fought and fought. He says, but it was my time to let go. He says, and I don't want you to think that I've missed out on anything in life. You have children?
Yes.
You know, was there just something big with your children? Because he just brought me to, when they bring me to an elementary school and they put me on a stage, it's just my symbol for where someone either received an award or there was just a graduation.
Well, he never got to meet my kids.
Oh,
so
perfect.
He died.
How do you connect with the number 3? You have 3 children?
I have 2 children.
And you had a miscarriage?
No, I didn't have a miscarriage, but I consider my husband my 3rd child. So,
don't we all?
So maybe that has something to do with it.
Your father was holding a blue blanket, so that's my symbol when a child was lost here in the physical world.
Oh.
That didn't get the opportunity to walk here in the physical world.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it could be someone else within the family, but it has to be directly connected.
Okay.
Okay. Well, can you connect with the month of March?
Yeah.
Okay, because I said to him, I said, why did you then tell me the number 3? And then he showed me the month of March.
Well,
it's validating a birthday.
My birthday's in March.
Perfect. So now that is his way of acknowledging your birthday. Whose birthday just passed or anniversary just passed?
My son, my youngest, just had a birthday a few days ago.
Perfect.
Okay.
Because you have to understand, because he said to me, my now. So my now is the month that we're in, the month that just passed, and the month coming up, and they have to acknowledge more than one celebration. It can't be one because of course you gotta have one celebration in 3 months. So it has to be multiple things. Okay.
Yep.
So know that it's his way of validating that he does know of your children. You named a child after your father, form of a name or a middle name?
I named my first son's name is Jack, named after my dad, who was John. So
Perfect.
I took the
J.
J.
You told me John, Jack, John. That's
Yeah.
when it's either a nickname or a reversal of a name.
Yeah.
And you refer to them as the boys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's very athletic?
Jack is
And is he very tall?
Yes.
'Cause he goes, where did we get this height from? He goes, how did this kid get so tall? We're all short.
It's true. He's tall. It must be from my husband's side
We
of the
don't
family,
know.
because it's not. Well, my dad was tallish, but not super tall.
But it's something
Jack's
that you
tall.
say.
Yeah.
Look,
Yes.
perfect.
Yes.
Look, it's easy for me to say to someone, your dad watches over your children.
Right.
I need them to validate with silly little things
Yes.
that you wouldn't know about. So you know that when you say things like that, oh my God, he's so tall.
Yes. We say it all the time.
You know that that means your dad's soul is present at this exact moment. Your father just told me you connect with white feathers, or you see white feathers. I'm gonna say this. The interesting thing that I find with spirit, what they do is when they throw 3 symbols at me that are fairly a way people connect. It's my symbol for where someone might feel that they're not connecting or seeing the signs as much as they thought they, or the way that they used to. So if you can't connect with white feathers, pay attention to it.
Okay.
Because it would be like if all of a sudden there was a white feather, like why would there be a white feather on the floor? Like there's no feather pillows, there's no.
Well, it does come out of my pillows on my couch, and that's annoying.
But like if you're somewhere and you don't see, because then he kept showing me the angel coin. So you have to also be connected with change, like things that come up in like change in odd places. Do you understand that?
Sorry,
Jessica's crying.
No, I do. My mother connects with white feathers.
Perfect. So you know that is a sign and symbol from spirit. Because what people don't understand, being able to connect with your loved one's souls, it doesn't have to be butterflies, rainbows, red cardinals. It could be anything. that you can connect with to validate your loved ones. Do you understand that?
Red cardinals.
Okay. And so know that that is your loved ones validating that they are with you at that exact moment. And there is no right or wrong way to connect with your loved ones. Now, do you know of someone that departed in a car accident? Because they just removed me, so that means that it's not really directly connected to you, but you know someone in the family or was a friend.
I do.
Okay. So just know that they're taking this opportunity to step forward to acknowledge that their soul is at peace. Okay? I heard, please let my family know.
Okay.
Was there a question about the accident? Or did someone feel that if they were there, they could have prevented the accident?
I was supposed to be in the car.
So you know not to carry that survivor's guilt. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
To let go of that. That, oh, if I was there, maybe this wouldn't have happened. Or, oh, that could have been me. This is what also people don't understand. From what Spirit has told me, our destiny in life is set. How we reach that destiny is up to the free will choices that we make. So when we have freak accidents or unexplainable departures so quickly, and when you say, I was supposed to, no, you were not supposed to be in that car. Because if you were, you would not have died, but you might not be living your life the way God intended. Could have been maybe in a vegetative state,
right.
Paralyzed. This is the other side of a coin that we do not look at. So no, acknowledging, please do not carry that survivor's guilt. Do you always hear the song on the radio that reminds you of them? Is that correct?
There's a song. Yes, there's a song.
And it's not a current top 40 Beyonce hit, right? So know that this is a long time ago, is that correct? Because I feel like I was in high school, like in college.
I was in high school, yeah.
Perfect. So you know, because you're married and you have this amazing life.
Mm-hmm.
And did you make some type of acknowledgement to them at your wedding, or what? Why do I feel like you did like a speech or something, or you made reference to them?
Not at our wedding, no.
Or it was some way then, because they had me at a podium.
Nothing that's...
Do you understand that? Because the energy's over here. When they stand me at a podium, it's my symbol for that we spoke or made reference or paid tribute to someone at their wake or funeral or at some type of milestone.
At my mom's birthday last year, we had a magician. He said to write down a name, and I wrote down my grandfather's name, and he guessed the name, and everybody was like, Jess, you took it too far. But, like, it was happy because it was just like...
That's why before I saw the bunny. And I didn't understand that, the bunny. When I said to you the red cardinals before, I immediately saw bunny rabbits. So that could also be a reference to the magician thing. I don't know. I never had that before. But if you also see bunnies, know that is a sign and symbol from Spirit. Do you understand that?
Okay. I see red cardinals, and I know, like, whenever I see a red cardinal, that like that's
you think of
my grandfather, because I never would remember the name of that red bird. And I always ask him, what's that name? Like, once he passed away, I was like, I never forgot the name of the red cardinal. When I see it, I associate that with him.
I was just told that you need to know how proud Spirit is of you, because life is not easy. It's been very hard for you. And you have always handled everything in your life with dignity and grace. So I don't know if there is something that you're going through now that's a little tough or a little like it's almost like, you know what, you're gonna make it. You know that thing that isn't that Mary Tyler Moore thing?
You're gonna
make it, da, 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 and then she throws the hat up.
Yes.
This is what I love when I channel old souls, because they make reference to things that I actually know about. Know that your father says, I have not missed out on anything. I want you to know that every time you say, Dad, I wish you were here. I hope you know of my boys. Know that your dad is a part of their life.
Thank you.
And very proud. One of them is a really good writer, or he wrote like a good essay or something.
Well,
phenomenal.
Maybe that's going to happen in the future.
Yeah,
He's a horrible student.
Oh, yeah, but you know.
Well, he's okay. But
how do you connect with the number 13 and 15? I don't know if they're ages or the 13th or 15th of a month. Or it can stand for January, March, and May. So we already acknowledged March.
January is my husband's birthday. March is mine.
And what's in
May is Jack, the older one, the
Okay.
tall one's birthday. Maybe he will be a great writer. I mean,
I feel like that. I saw him writing, and then they showed me 3 pages. So, and then I felt very proud.
well,
So-
that's maybe him. Yes, I mean, he's coming along, and whenever he does something well in school, we are very proud because he has to work harder.
It's true. Listen, some people it comes very easy for,
Exactly.
and others it does. Where does the sister come in that died as well? Did your dad lose the sister? Or your mom?
My mom.
Okay, so know that your dad is bringing, because he said, tell her that I have the sister with me. So know that he's
here I go.
know that he's bringing forward your mom's sister. He says,
Yes,
please let mom know.
My Aunt, I loved her so much, and she died.
Wait, she just goes, it was me trying to come through before. She goes, I was your favorite aunt. She goes, you didn't remember that 10 minutes ago?
Wait a minute, you're right, and you said jewelry. She had this ring, and she said my entire childhood she was going to give me the ring.
And you didn't
when
get
she
the ring.
I didn't get the ring because she had her son
That's fine.
had a daughter, and I'm sure the ring went to her. I never got the ring, but she talked about that ring
Perfect.
my entire childhood.
But this is the thing that I love,
That's
because
so
a lot
funny.
of
It's
times
my
spirit
aunt.
makes reference.
My aunt.
When you talk about something, and
Yeah.
and I actually like when you can't connect with something right away.
Yes.
Because it is always validated
Yes.
later on. So
That's
no,
her.
but she's hilarious. Is that
She's
her personality?
hilarious.
And I love to share personality
Yes.
because it really shows that their soul is at peace. And then she looked at me. She goes, Theresa, I still can't believe I died.
Yep.
She goes, it is crazy that I died. She goes,
Yes.
my family says the same thing. Can you believe that Aunt Anne's in here?
Yes. Yes.
It's
Yes.
crazy.
Yes. She wasn't.
And
I mean,
a very always beautifully dressed woman.
Yes.
She, all put together,
Yes,
and
yes.
she just loves a good party.
She does. Oh.
So know that when you guys are at gatherings and you're talking about her, she loves that.
Oh, her
loves that.
Her
she
son's
says,
gonna love
tell your mom
that.
how much I miss her.
All right. Thank you.
She says, we were like 2 peas of butter,
Yeah.
but of course I was the pretty one and the funnier one. She
It's true. That's how she was. Exactly.
I love
Exactly.
that.
Thank
I
you.
love that.
Thank you.
But your dad also says, he says, please, because there's something about your dad's, whatever he struggled with as far as his illness,
yeah.
he wants to talk about it, but he doesn't want to talk about it. So what he did is he stepped forward and he says, listen, he says, I want to take responsibility. He says, for my choices that I made in my
Okay.
life.
Okay.
So hypothetically,
Yeah.
if he had he was supposed to watch his salt or wasn't supposed to eat candy, and then
Right.
he was like not eating the right foods, or
Right.
maybe he didn't go to the doctor as often as he should have,
Right.
or because there was a part of me that he said, Theresa, he said, I lived my life on my terms.
Yeah.
He says, and I left the physical world with dignity and grace. He says, and I wouldn't have traded anything. So it might be something where if your mom sits back, or you might even sit back and say, but why didn't you do this? Or maybe if we did this, then he would still be here. He says, I want that all to stop.
Okay.
He said, your dad was a good dancer.
Oh God.
He got up, and he's like trying to be like Fred Astaire, and then he started showing me the tapping of the foot like my 3 sons, and
Oh,
I go,
gee.
are you off beat on that tapping of the foot?
Yes, he'd be offbeat.
Oh,
Yes.
hilarious.
Oh,
But he
gosh,
says, I
that's
want you to know
funny.
that I'm living life through your eyes.
All
So
right.
know that through everything that the boys are doing, everything that we do together. You guys go on a family trip or vacation?
We're going on vacation.
Perfect, because
in
he showed me on
few
a
weeks. Yeah.
cruise ship. That's just my symbol for where our whole
Okay.
family goes together.
Okay.
Look for the signs and symbols of him being on this trip. So it might be when you take pictures and you notice the blurbs or the orbs or like a
Okay.
fuzziness in the picture.
Okay.
Know that that is your dad's soul. What's
Okay.
great about iPhones today, if you blow them up, sometimes you can actually see like a face or like a silhouette.
Okay.
Your dad keeps showing me change and a wallet. So
Okay.
I don't know if he would always jingle keys or change, or if you're finding change in odd places, and then he keeps opening the wallet. So I don't know if your mom still has his wallet.
Okay.
Because he shows it to me like out on the dresser. So I
Okay.
don't know. I don't have a meaning for that.
Yeah,
So
okay,
however
okay.
she can interpret that.
Okay.
And was your mom talking about? Were you just talking to your mom about like the very first piece of jewelry that your dad gave her, or did she make reference to that? Or I don't know if she just came across it, because he had me stand in front of a jewelry box.
Okay.
So know that if that does happen with mom,
Okay.
and if she says, oh my God, I was just talking about that, I just saw a picture, I just came across it, it's his validating that his soul was present at the exact moment. Your dad also did say, when he died, you felt his soul. He says that was, because I said to him, why did you move through me when I first connected with you? He says, because Theresa, my daughter felt me when I died. She felt my soul after it left the physical body. He goes, and I need her to know that that was real, that it wasn't your imagination.
I can't believe you're saying this because I believe in this. I always say, like, until you see somebody die, like when my dad died and I saw his body, that was just a vessel, and I felt his soul. And I can honestly say I felt his soul.
Perfect.
And he's been with me ever since.
So remember, as soon as I connected with your father, I said to you, did you just get the chills? That's my way. When a soul moves through me, that's how I feel. That's my validation that you feel the soul.
Yes.
So know that your father is saying that is real.
That's real. That's
No,
so good
and
to
know
know
that-
because that's how I feel.
Mhm.
And I didn't know if like this was real, but like I knew when I saw him there, I knew
Mm-hmm.
that is not him. He is with me. Like I just knew
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. That's
Know
great.
that
Thank
but
you.
this is what I love. Your father is validating for you the things that you
Yes,
wonder about. And he
yes.
says she also wonders, and he says, and I wasn't afraid to die.
Okay.
But did your dad call you Susie?
Sue.
It wasn't.
He called me Sue.
Because he kept showing me the Susie cues.
Okay.
That's my symbol for a female nickname. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Your name just
Susie
happens
Q.
to be Suzanne,
Yeah,
so.
yes. Yeah, he called me Sue. Nobody else called me Sue except for him. And you know, it's interesting because I had a chance. Like I don't have any regrets.
Mhm.
That's the one thing I wanted to know. Like I got to say goodbye to him, and I got to see his last breath. But what I really wanted I wanted to feel validated that his spirit, like his soul, became part of me
Mhm.
because I felt that. That's how I feel.
That's the first 3 things he said to you when I sat down.
Yeah.
How would I know that?
Yeah.
That validates that your father is a part of your life, knows of your children, very proud of you.
Yeah.
He says, tell your husband,
Uh huh. Oh, no.
thank you for taking care of my little girl.
Okay. Thank you. He's gonna love that. Thank you. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was great.
Thank you for giving me the privilege of channeling your
Thank
dad.
you so much. Wow.
And let mom know.
Okay,
he goes,
I will.
He goes, my wife was nipping at the bit. She wanted to be here.
Yeah.
She wanted to be here.
Oh, she's gonna
He goes-
see this.
He goes, and Theresa, if I didn't acknowledge her, she would have killed me.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
you're very welcome. Thank you.
That was wonderful.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys having me today. I'm glad everyone got to experience my gift. So I
Yeah,
want to
what
thank
a
you all
gift.
for respecting my gift.
Yeah,
and
thank
may
you.
God bless you all.
Oh,
thank you.
thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Have a good day.
Thank you.